What's going on? What's going on? Start. What's the start? You ready? Okay then, right. So, I know that you've all been floating around and all the rest of it. There's a little thing that I like to do. If you were fortunate enough to see me speak in Warrington, you'll hear this before, but I make no apologies, it's very exciting nonetheless. And what I'd like you to do is stand on your feet. Not on your head. Oh yeah? Yeah.
No pressure.
Okay. So, what I would like you to do is just to get a bit of oxygen flowing in the limbs, so you can sat down and floating around and all that kind of thing. I'd like you to reach up as high as you can. And stretch the spine.
Are we allowed to say?
Right up to the
reach for the spine. No, okay.
I'll pull my britches up, that's a baby. And then are we reaching as high as we possibly can? Stretching the spine, making the fingers go as far as they can possibly go. And now I want you to imagine that there are 20-pound notes dangling from the ceiling. Can you get any higher? You'll be the first. Okay, that's brilliant, thank you very much. So that's just a little exercise to say that just when we think we've reached the limit, there's always that little extra inch that we can go, should the motivation be sufficient. Let's take a seat, that's great, thank you. So, I would like for 4 willing volunteers.
Why are you looking at me?
Okay, Katie, if that's come, Danielle. 2 more, 2 from this side perhaps.
Have it?
Yeah, of course. Alright, so I don't want you to, I'll just randomly allocate these.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It's
So,
not
what
singing,
we're
I
going
can't
to
sing. It's not X-Factor.
do. Okay, so inside each one is some stickers. So these are for everyone else. And then these at the other side, which are all different colours there for you. Okay, that'll be a bit more clear. So if you could now go to one corner each, please. 4 lovely volunteers. Depart. Okay. So once more. So if you can see, there's 4 different colours in the 4 corners of the room, but they all have a number on as well. So whether you're a visual or a number person, whatever the correct term is, it will be catered for both there. Okay, so all I'm going to do is ask you 5 really brief and easy questions. And each question will have 4 responses or 4 answers, and whichever one you like the most, you might wholly agree with it, or it might just be the best out of the 4. Then go to the relevant corner. So answer 1, go to number 1. Oh, not in any particular order. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. And then get a sticker for that colour, and then stick it wherever you like, on your lapel or wherever it might be. And then once we've done the 4 or 5 questions, then you'll be able to see what your preference of colour is, and then I'll tell you what that colour means. That's exciting, isn't it? Eh? Saturday afternoon. Crikey, eh? You're too lucky. Grown-ups, now we get free stickers. Okay, so question number 1 then is our 4 phrases for you. And whichever phrase resonates or you like the most, then go to the appropriate. So number 1 is, these are quotes. So the first quote is, find a way or find an excuse, is number 1. If you help enough people get what they want, you can have what you want too, is number 2. Number 3 is, I seek travel, adventure, and anything new. And number 4 is, we have the best pay plan, a great set of rules, it's fair and equal, is number 4. Take your choice. So there's stickers for you. So whatever. Sorry? MLM episode. Doesn't show up on that one.
Interesting.
Although the content is good. I'm not a family.
Can we play as well?
Yeah, in the folder, Danielle, is set it into the colours so you can choose.
Oh, right, okay, right.
See that, Casey? Yeah. Have you chose your own sticker for yourself? Yeah, brilliant. Okay. So the second question then is, I want you to imagine that you sat round having a drink, let's say out on the terrace, with a group of friends, and you're all deciding what to do for the evening. You decide to go for dinner. Is your response to that when asked, well, I'm not bothered, I'll go where everyone else wants to go, number one? Is it anywhere as long as it's new? Let's try the new place just up the road. Or is it, let's go here, this is the best thing to do. Yes, definitely, I've been there before, and this is really amazing, this is where we're going to go, this is going to be really great. Or is it, you sit quietly in the corner and let everyone else make the decision for you? It's let other people decide. Anywhere as long as it's new. Let's go here, this is where to go. Or say nothing like this, decided for.
I get that call.
Okay? Nearly there now? The next one is really easy. It's 4 words, pick your favourite. The first one is think. The second word is result. The third is action. And the fourth is feel.
Say them again.
Think, result, action, feel. Okay, so the penultimate question then is, what is the best feature for you? What is the best feature of the opportunity, of which we're all part? So is it money and advancement, number one? Is it, it's the best because you've checked them all out? Is it because it's a new opportunity with new people to do new things and go to new places, lots of new? Or is it, lastly, because you find it motivational and it's great that you can care for others? Only have Okay, so then the very last question then. Let's imagine for a moment you are nominated and then win an award. When going on stage, you either think or say one of the following four. Wow, this is so meaningful to me. And you can't read me all right. And I just know that it's the best. You might say, thank you to everyone that played a part. I wouldn't be here without you all. I don't really deserve this. It's all down to the team. Or, fabulous. Aren't I amazing? I truly deserve this.
That's me, be honest. All of you.
What number are you in? Thank you.
Yeah.
What was it? What were they called again?
This is so meaningful to me because I know it's the best.
You're just the children say what I wanted.
Thank you, this is so fabulous. And then recognising the team.
Yeah, that's it. We're over there, Paula.
Okay, we're all back in the chairs, yeah? Okay, brilliant. So if the four amazing volunteers could come to the front, thank you very much. I wouldn't be here without you. Etc.
What about the team, Darius?
Okay, that's fantastic. So if you just go in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, come to the other side, you'll be right there. You're right.
Oh, can you put that way? What way did you put it? Go the other way now.
All right.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Also about herding cats. So number one then, is there anyone that has mainly got reds? Okay, so if you turn your folder around, that's it. Then a red is a bold eagle.
Not bold.
A bold one.
Bold, that's it, yeah, that's it, bold. Bold. Oh, it's my accent. Okay, so a bold eagle. So a bold eagle, as you might guess, is very brave. They're action-orientated people who thrive off results, generally speaking, and turning my page, are money-orientated. So they look to be in charge. They're authority figures. Great organisation. They're about bottom-line results. Many think that they're actually yellows, which we'll get to in a moment. And perhaps aren't the best of listeners at times, because for the really extreme bald eagle red type personalities, it's really sort of my way or the highway. So keywords that flick the switch for red personalities is money, unsurprisingly. It's power, wealth, compete, results, control, boss, leader, and image. So when communicating with red personalities, if you use those words, having identified a red personality, then that will flip their switches. So then number 2 then, a green personality is a wise owl. Have we got any people with more greens than the others? Very good, I'm liking it. Okay, so the wise owl then is on the other page. And they are very information orientated. Some people would describe them as an Eeyore type character, which I personally don't agree with. I'm just giving you the information. So a wise owl, so very information. So they will sit, they will analyse, they will create logic where perhaps even there isn't any. They will evaluate the full set of information before taking action. They can be mistaken, and it is a mistake, again, it's my opinion, they can be mistaken for being lazy, but it's actually not that, it's that they need all of the information before they can make the decision. But the fantastic thing about the wise owl, the green personality type, is that once they have made that decision, they will stick with it, whatever it is, and will see it through to the bitter end. Very loyal people.
That's me.
So the
It's good to have a blue tree though.
Yeah, so the main key word for a green personality would be think. Let's think it over. Let's think it through. Okay, so then moving on then to the blue personalities, number 3, and they are
Dun, dun, dun. Proud peacock.
proud peacock. Okay, so have we got any proud peacocks in the room?
Did you pick
All right, okay. Yeah, okay. So the proud peacock then is back on the other page again.
I only got red because I'm red.
Okay, so the main word that pops into my mind, if red is money, if green is logical, think information, then the blue, the word that comes into my mind instantly is party.
That is do you know what's really weird, right? I just have to say that really quickly. Each of us who are holding the folders have all chosen whatever. We're all that colour too.
Fancy that.
How mad is that?
That's pretty magic, isn't it?
Spooky.
Almost as if it were by design.
You've been stalking us and knew what she wanted to give us to.
Okay, so your party, so anything new, anything exciting, anything that involves somewhere you've not been, meeting a new person. They are amazing recruiters in terms of MLM, because it's all about chatting on to people. Again, perhaps not the best of listeners because they're too busy talking and they're getting the information in sometimes. They tend to be quite excited and turned on by like travel, by incentives, by, you know, because it's a new destination, a new place, a new thing to do. Obviously, not so great at anything mundane or routine. So it's all about keeping them excited and new, and that kind of thing. So, and not only are they great recruiters, they're also fantastic event promoters as well. So for an event such as today, you can guarantee they'll have, you know, team members coming along with them. So the keywords to use with a blue personality then are fun, excellent, awesome, interesting, travel, new, and exciting. So using those words when you're talking to people. That's right. Okay, so that's that. And then, last but certainly not least, is number 4, the yellow personality, which is the dove of peace. Have we got any mainly yellow characters based on your choices? That's good. So the yellow personality then, the dove of peace, is everybody's friend.
Oh, Nick, it's not very good. No. It's only because when you want to move.
They do anything and everything they can to help, to support, guide and coach, which obviously makes them amazing network marketers. They will do more for others than they will for themselves, and they are really, really great and pro huggers. So with a red personality, if you're walking onto a red personality, they will do this and stick out their hand because they don't want anyone to contact, get out of my space, like what are you doing, like you crazy hippie. Whereas a yellow personality would be like, so that's very lovely for them. They are very thoughtful, not necessarily orientated or motivated by trips and things like that, but as long as they can serve a purpose or a function, if they can help, if they can encourage that kind of thing, then they're great at participating in meetings and things like that. A caricature of a yellow personality would be Marge Simpson. So she obviously is the long suffering wife of Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson obviously is awesome. So keywords for a yellow personality then would be help, need, relationship, contribute, assist, feel, nurture, comfort, care, or support. So using those keywords with the yellow personality is what we'll do it to them. And I've actually taken all of this from a book by a guy called Big Al. And as you can see, it's not actually called that, it's called The 4 Colour Personalities for MLM. But it's only about 80 pages, it's only about 2 hours to read. It's an amazing, a really amazing book. And he goes on to then suggest how the different personality types can communicate with each other, because a red talking to a yellow, or any colour talking to any other one, they might as well be talking in
Swahili.
Exactly, yeah, in Venetian or whatever, because they just don't use the same words. So you could take the approach, should you wish, to make sure you're ticking all the boxes. And it does go on to say as well that some people are really clearly red, really clearly green, really clearly blue or yellow, but others not so much. But 50 to 60% of the time, within a few minutes of speaking to them, listening to the keywords that they use, as well as the way they react to different keywords that you use with them, you can identify that, and then you're communicating much more effectively. So a great way then, if you have team members, or for yourself, or perhaps for your children, may I even say your husband, your partner, significant other, there are really great ways to communicate with them and basically get them to do what you want to do. And the way to do that with a red personality, a dominant authority, illegal red, is looking at no one in particular, is to set them a challenge. And so the way that he does it, and they used to do this with Gordon Brown, didn't they, when he was Deputy Prime Minister? They called it a shit sandwich. I shouldn't say that. And so basically, you would say to a red person, you know what, red personality, Sandra, whatever your name is, I think you're really amazing at this, but I bet you can't do twice as much next week. It's like, all right, we'll just bloody see about that, won't we? Off the red goes, and then just 3 times as much just to prove you wrong. That kind of thing. A yellow personality, it's all about creating a greater need. So you mentioned before, didn't you, about doing charitable acts with your parties, a fantastic trait for a yellow personality, something that would motivate them greatly. For a blue personality, anything new and exciting. So it's like, do you know what? Why don't you go off into the town with a couple of girls and do like a mascara marathon for an hour or 2, and then you can go to that new little cafe up the road, have a bite to eat. Oh yeah, I'll do that. Quality. And then off they pop. Amazing. So just working with what the preferences. And then last but again, certainly not least, is the green personality, and the way the way to motivate them, sadly, is that there isn't one. But that's not to the detriment of anyone by any means. All it is to say is that they will make up their own mind, they will know what they want, and when they're ready, they'll do it all by themselves.
Need a few greens in the team.
I think this is where me and my partner conflict.
I think we need to keep it
There's no motivating for each other.
So just by using those few simple words, then we can communicate better, get what we want more of the time, and for the people that have the personality profile of either green or yellow, and to help and support, guide, and nurture people to be their best, whatever that might be. That's all for now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.